everybody, and welcome to this special edition of Cooking with Coastline. Today we're going to be talking about tips to increase calories in the elderly. Now, a lot of times on this show we talk about how to decrease calories or decrease fat, and we are totally going to throw those out the window because we're going to talk about loading on the fat and loading on the protein. So I'm going to be making two simple recipes with a lot of ingredients that you may have in your kitchens already. But before I get into that, I'm just going to talk about a couple of different tips to sort of jazz up your meals and your snacks, okay? So instead of having something for breakfast, say like a waffle at the store, I found these power waffles from Kodiak Cakes, and they're loaded with heart-healthy protein. So they're loaded in whole grains and egg whites, and they're so delicious. My kids love them. So this would be a really good swap to have as opposed to a regular waffle. And instead of just pouring on syrup, make sure you add butter, right? Don't be afraid of fat, right? Instead of adding just, say, syrup, you could add some yogurt to it as well. Now, I personally like the Greek or the Icelandic yogurts because they're really, really high in protein and probiotics as well. I found one that had a 4% milk fat, so again, more fat, you'll have more calories, okay? Also a great snack, A friend of mine yesterday had some plain Siggy's yogurt, and she added peanut butter to it. So that's another unique way to add some more calories, more protein. Okay. Eggs, you can add eggs to any meal. Salads, you could hard boil eggs and just give them out as snacks. You could really put eggs in anything. So that's another great complete protein that you can add to any meal. And beans are also another great way to add some protein and fiber. You can add them to salads, soups, any kind of stir fry. I love adding beans to anything that I can put my hands to because they're just so good for the body. And finally, avocados are a terrific fruit to add to any meal. Now, I found these individual packs of guacamole. They have plain ones too if you like. As opposed to serving tea and toast, you can skip the butter and you can add guacamole instead to it. So you can have avocado toast. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Or if you're making an egg sandwich, you can always add this on top of the egg. So good. I do it all the time in my house. Or instead of just having salsa, you could have this with some whole grain tortilla chips. I'm just saying. So delicious. And also for dairy, make sure that you're using whole milk as opposed to skim or 1% milk. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a twist on some breakfast favorites. So I'm going to be making a savory oatmeal. Now, I'm used to having regular oatmeal, you know, with maple brown sugar. That's what I grew up on. But I've been recently exposed to savory oatmeal, and it is so delicious. Absolutely delicious. So I made my oatmeal with whole milk, okay? So I'm just gonna add this over here. I personally like to use old-fashioned oats or steel-cut oats, whatever your preference may be. They're all still really, really healthy for you. But again, make sure you don't make it with water. If you're trying to boost the calories, make sure you make it with milk, okay? And I'm gonna add some butter to it. Again, don't be afraid of adding some more fat here. Okay. All right. So now I'm just going to be adding my egg, a fried egg right on top. And I love that we're seeing these whole grains being added to breakfast. It's not just toast or bagels or waffles. I've seen quinoa fritters. I've seen all different kinds of whole grains kind of coming back in style for breakfast, which I love. So now I'm just going to add some sharp cheddar cheese. Cheese is another great way to add calories to it. You can add it to salads, you can add it to soups, you can add it to anything. And then last but not least, I'm going to be adding some nuts to it. I personally like to add some sunflower seeds to my savory oatmeal. This is what I had in stock at home. But it's great because you get the creaminess of the egg and the oatmeal and then a little bit of crunch from the nuts. So, so good. What an upgrade from just regular packaged oatmeal, huh? So, next, we're gonna be making an Ensure smoothie or an Ensure ice cream shake. I had gone to the store and I planned on buying Ensure for you all. You know, Ensure is really, really expensive. So I said, forget about that. I'm gonna be making my own Ensure and I'll show you how. So, so easy. Okay, so I have 8 ounces of whole milk here. And all you have to do is add 1/3 cup of powdered milk to it. So right now, I have more than double the protein content, vitamins and minerals. This is a great thing to have in your house because you can add it to soups, you can add it to gravies. If you wanted to sprinkle it in the oatmeal before it's done cooking, you can do that. And I think it tastes so much better. All right, power milk. Okay, so I'm gonna add this into my blender here. Okay, I'm gonna add my Carnation Instant Breakfast. There we go. Okay, now if you wanted to just leave it like this and blend it, then that would be your own Ensure. But I'm gonna just kick it up a little notch and make it a little bit more enjoyable for you all. I have some Ben & Jerry's vanilla ice cream. Okay. I don't know about you, but if I haven't been feeling well and I'm not really in the mood to eat, if someone tells me, hey, you want a milkshake? I'd say, oh yeah, that sounds good. The nice thing about this is that it has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. You can add as little or as much ice cream as you want. Go for it, right? You need the calories. Okay? I'm just gonna blend this together. Okay, I'm just gonna blend like this. Okay, and it's done. If you wanted to, you could add some frozen fruit to this, some bananas, some peanut butter. If you wanted to add some nut butter to this. Whew, calorie heaven, people. All right. Now, who wouldn't want to drink that, huh? Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. Stay tuned for more episodes on our website, coastlinenb.org, and check out the nutrition tab page. Thank you so much.